Hello everyone, welcome to the Send News Podcast, live from R-CADE. I'm here on my own at the moment. Fortunately I don't know where my partner in crime has gone, but there is a gentleman here who's been very bossy. Oh, I'm not using my mic. Yeah, so there's a fella here who's been really bossy. He wants to introduce himself, I believe. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you, Summertime Sam. Hello Summertime Sam, how are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, you stand on the precipice of a brand new world. Are you ready for the summer of R-CADE Glasgow? Because we are the inaugural World Retro Champions. Us, R-CADE Glasgow, the best in the world. We will not be beaten. This is our summer. Either you join us, or you continue to be peasantry. One life left, lost. A lot. Pretty badly. And they love Fortnite. R-CADE Glasgow won. A lot. This spell. The admiration of millions, and soon, you following us. Thank you.
Thanks, Summertime Sam. So, yeah.
I'll be on the couch.
That was Summertime Sam. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know what to do. So, on with the normal show, I guess. Flip to the sofa. Don't need it.
That was very unprofessional.
Why have we still got the microphones?
Because this is a real piece of media. Andrew, you're better than this. You're better than all of us. How do you not understand this?
I don't know. I can't look at you.
Let's go on with the show. This is the R-CADE Send News Podcast. We are your World Retro Champions, the people who beat One Life Left Norwich to retro gaming glory. Welcome to your weekly roundup of arcade, gaming and Japanese news.
Annoyingly, I've now realised, if we're going back to normal, do we need to use the microphones?
Yes.
Okay. Annoyingly, I've realised we're live streaming this using my phone, and all of my news is on my phone. If I can leave you to entertain, which you shouldn't have a problem with, I assume, to entertain the people for 2 minutes, then I will get something that will have news on it.
Andrew, I can just stare at them.
Okay.
They will be entertained because we are the best.
I'm going to leave you with Summertime Sam here. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Some people have told me I'm too handsome and that we're too good at games. They are right, and I feel bad for them.
Are you just staring at people?
No, I told them I'm great.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, I have a phone, which I've stolen off of my son.
He's not worthy of a phone. You deserve one more than he does.
So I should have 2 phones, and
2 phones.
he should have 1 or 0.
No phones.
No phones.
You should have all the phones.
No phones. Okay.
Yoshi missed because my hair was not good enough for me, and so it's gone.
So
Good.
give me a second. I'm gonna get logged in.
It's okay.
and look at my
Perfection
news.
takes time. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at the truth. It hurts others, not us.
I'm not sure I enjoy this new persona yet. Will it grow
Yet.
on me?
You should have already grown on you. You should have a from birth inherent knowledge that this is the one true way to exist. Especially that we are the best. Soon you will all know we are the retro gaming champions of the world. Of the world. I look forward to the next challenge from different peasantry. R-CADE Glasgow is godly compared to the rest of you, and the only way you can ascend above peasantry is to follow us.
Can I ask you one thing, Summertime Sam? Can you speak up? Oh, no, okay.
We need to move.
We need to move.
Some of our wonderful customers want to play games.
You can slide the bench our way. If we can get closer. Or you can do that, yeah, that would work too.
That makes more sense.
Hello! Okay. Angle. We're all crotch again.
Your eyes are too good for it.
We're all crotch again. Hello! I can't see any chat, so if anybody's bringing some chat to us, I apologise. I can't do anything about that. However, I'm going to kick into some arcade news, some gaming news. I'm going to put the microphone down if that's okay with you, Summertime Sam.
Is that working?
Yoshi, please. Anyway, first bit of gaming news. We were off last week because we had a broken door. So last Tuesday we couldn't do our podcast because there was air coming from outside which shouldn't have been happening. So we had
People get enough air from us.
hot air, yeah.
Glorious, illustrious air.
So
The air of godliness.
we didn't have a door, so we couldn't do our podcast, unfortunately. So we've got 2 weeks worth of news to go through. So I will begin.
One big piece of news.
I will begin.
R-CADE Glasgow are the world retro champions. One life left. Suck. Yes, I'm here.
So I'm going to go with my first piece of gaming news, which
R-CADE Glasgow retro champions.
no. So from last week, there was a report saying that the Nintendo Switch was going to get a cheaper model, a sort of toned down, sort of stripped down version of the Nintendo Switch.
We already talked about that.
It's due to be released by the end of June.
We talked about that the week before.
Did we talk about that the week before?
We are faster than all other podcasts.
I see. Okay.
We just like to talk about news twice because
Did I
people
talk
would rather
about
hear
the Mario Kart news that was announced
For the phone?
Yeah, Android. There's a closed beta for Mario Kart Tour, the Android based Mario Kart game. You can jump on. I believe you've got until today, the 7th of May, to get and register for that.
Unless you're a member of R-CADE Glasgow, in which case you have forever.
I've already registered, of course. It is US apparently only, and Japan.
And R-CADE Glasgow.
But I registered anyway just to see whether or not I would get it. So perhaps I'm going to be playing Mario Kart Tour beta before it's released. We'll see. Just Google Mario Kart Tour closed beta. You should be able to find it yourselves. No problem at all. Do you have any other gaming news at all?
I do have news.
Oh, you've written it down. This is very organised. I like this.
Gaming news. R-CADE are the retro gaming champions of the world. Better than everyone else. I've got more news later, but we take turns.
Okay.
We
yeah.
are partners in this championship, so we take turns.
That. Okay. Big news over the last week was that
R-CADE Glasgow won the retro gaming championship.
no, it was Epic have acquired the developer
Us. We are Epic.
Psyonix. No, it's Psyonix who make Rocket League. Epic bought them out, so Epic now own Rocket League.
That's epic.
There's now talk of it being pulled from the Steam store, of course. Traditional Epic. There you go. There's been. I've not kept up with this. I don't know if there's been any new revelations. But yeah, Epic now own Psyonix, which is good for them, but not good for anyone who's on Steam, unfortunately. Which is strange because it just got crossplay between all the consoles and PC, so we'll see how that goes going into the future. Do you have anything else gaming news related?
I do.
Oh.
One life left suck, and they love Fortnite. They didn't win this belt, we won this belt.
I didn't know there was
Better luck next time, losers.
Was there a belt? Did they know there was a belt?
We know now. Just like they didn't know they were getting an I Love Fortnite t-shirt. Sorry, that they were going to buy an I Love Fortnite t-shirt. The bill's in the mail, losers.
For those of you who don't know what Summertime Sam is referring to there,
We are the best.
We took part
DJ
in,
Khaled has nothing on us.
we were taking part in different gaming challenges with One Life Left, which is a gaming cafe down in Norwich. It was a best of 9 it turned into, and I don't think we planned
Ended
that.
at 8. We already won.
It was over after 8, as Summertime Sam has
5-3.
quite aptly pointed out.
Come at us.
We eventually won 5-4.
Didn't need it.
Indeed, yeah. We were one ahead already. Anyway, so yeah, we sent down a forfeit for John, the owner of One Life Left. They unpackaged it on Friday during their One Life Left show. It was
not as good as our show. I believe 5-3 worse than our show.
So they unpackaged it there on their show live. It's fantastic seeing John's face when he realised, when he read out our note and found out what it was we actually gave him as a forfeit.
He was surprised to receive a loser's prize.
Yeah.
We were not surprised to receive a championship belt.
Anyway, check out One Life Left on their Instagram. They are posting every day some nice selfies of John in his favourite t-shirt now.
But don't check out their YouTube, it's not as good as ours.
But yeah, no, they should check out their YouTube just to see how bad it is compared to ours, if anything. There, see.
He gets it.
See.
You, Andrew, are ready for the summer of R-CADE. The summer of victorious celebrations.
Okay, thank you.
The summer of fun activities that we will get into later with the R-CADE News segment.
Thanks for that, Sam.
R standing for really great.
Thank you. Back to gaming news. So there's going to be a new Earthworm Jim game coming out. However, it's only coming out on the new Amico Intellivision console. So it's a console exclusive for Intellivision.
Do we have one of those in the shop?
We don't. They aren't. They don't exist yet either.
That's because we're trash and we don't have one here.
So the Amico is going to be kickstarted supposedly. It's a bit annoying because one of the guys that owns, or one of the guys that's like CEO of Intellivision, and therefore backing or with the idea of making the Amico, he was one of the guys that originally developed Earthworm Jim. So not really surprising that there's an Earthworm Jim coming exclusively to that console, but exciting nonetheless that it will. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. So there's going to be remakes of lots of Intellivision games from back in the day. Lots of these were put across onto Amiga, Atari, Commodore, etc., other different consoles. But they're coming back with their own console. But there's going to be sort of leaderboards, online play, HD remasters, everything like that. And an Earthworm Jim game. So that I'm going to keep an eye on that. That should be quite fun.
Earthworm Jim, not as good as R-CADE Glasgow.
Suspected you were going to say that.
I have more news.
Oh, you have more news? Okay, what else do you have,
More
Sam?
gaming facts.
What else does Summertime Sam have? Let's have a listen.
Andrew Faulkner, that's you.
That's me.
World gaming champion, Andrew Faulkner.
Yes, can I get the belt actually?
Yeah, you can, because you are the world gaming champion.
Thank you. Fantastic.
World gaming champion, Andrew Faulkner, spells his name with 2 O's.
Indeed.
Which makes an oo sound.
Ooh.
The same noise his opponents make every time he beats them. Because he is that impressive.
You heard it here first, people.
Ooh.
Live and exclusive on the Send
Andrew,
podcast.
ooh, that was a great play.
Thank you very much. Annoyingly, this was I saved this piece of gaming news specifically for Sam. Unfortunately, he's not here.
He's here in spirit. He wasn't good enough.
So, off the back of the latest Street Fighter game, there's a company in Japan called what are they called? Onitsuka Tiger. They are releasing 2 pairs of Chun-Li inspired sneakers, both based on the iconic Mexico 66 SD designs with different dragon and colour patterns. So there'll be 2 variations of that. I don't know if I can show you on screen. There you are. Very, very nice. So they'll be released. They'll be limited, of course. I think they're only going to be 5,000 pairs worldwide. And they're currently coming in priced at $161 a pair. Not individually, that would be really weird.
They are not good enough for our feet sweat. Only Armani dress shoes.
Is that what you're wearing just now, Summertime Sam?
No.
Oh, okay.
Championship check hasn't been cashed yet.
I see.
Will be better next week.
Okay. Do you have any more news actually before I move on to my next piece?
Yes. We will beat any gaming challenge thrown at us. You want to come at us in a best of 5, best of 7, best of 9, best of a million series, we will win.
I'll give you this back just now. It's slipping off me.
Is it too heavy for your shoulders? Don't worry, I will carry it for
you.
you.
It's a lot to take, yeah.
I want any gaming cafe that thinks it stands in a ring beneath us. Any Twitch streamer or YouTuber
A
to come
YouTube
at
bear.
us. YouTube bears exist.
Can YouTube bears play games?
YouTube bears try to play games.
Sorry, can YouTube bears play games?
YouTube bears can't play games as good as we can play games.
Okay.
So YouTube bears shouldn't even step.
That's an
forward.
unfair advantage automatically, right?
Whoever comes at us, be warned. You will not win. You will do a forfeit. We will keep our belt. That's the end of the gaming news section.
No, I have more gaming news. Sorry,
Sorry, you're so much better than I. I apologise, you're better than me, you have more news than I do.
So, just a couple of days ago, Riot Games had a walkout, actually, of all their employees. Not all their employees, 150 employees, actually, to be exact. They walked out of the League of Legends publishers' offices in Los Angeles, protesting protesting forced arbitration and sexist culture within within the gaming culture as a whole, but especially within games development, especially stuff like.
Would never happen in R-CADE Glasgow. We're better than that.
So
we're better than all of those things. There's
a quote from the social listening strategist at Riot, Jocelyn Monahan. Jocelyn says, "We're asking that forced arbitration be ended for all past, current, and future Riot employees, including contractors and in current litigation." Yeah, pretty strong stuff. It's got to be said. What's your views on forced arbitration and sexist culture within a workplace? Summertime Sam.
I've somehow turned on this microphone.
Yeah, very nice. We should really do that. It makes it look more professional. That the mic's on.
I also think we're too good for scum like that. We would not treat anyone that way,
okay.
Female or male.
Thank you.
We are world champions, and with that comes a certain level of class, as you can tell from my suit, my moustache, and my hair.
Or like thereof.
Don't need it.
So I find it quite ironic, though, and this is not to take away anything from what these guys are standing up for, but the people who've walked out of the game developer,
Riot Games,
are being called rioters, which I find awesome. I find that hilarious and awesome. But power to them. Well done, guys. Keep it up. Recently, 20,000 Google employees walked out to end forced arbitration months ago as well. Google announced it would comply, but only for harassment cases, apparently. So there you go. Yeah, sexual harassment, that kind of stuff. Not Michelle's doesn't feel any of that, do you, Michelle?
What's that?
No, not at all. She's fine.
Why would you ask specifically, Michelle? Sexual harassment can come from for men and women.
Okay. Do you feel?
No.
Okay.
Because we're better than that.
That's fine.
And everyone should be better than that. I am disgusted that anyone has to go through that on a daily basis.
I apologise.
Not everyone can be a world champion, but they should at least try to emulate one.
Okay, and me final piece of gaming news. I don't know why I suddenly put on this accent, but my final piece of gaming news is that
We won the Retro Gaming Championship of the world. That's the only news we need. Every week.
Is it really?
The inaugural World Retro Champions.
I can't seem to bring. Oh, it's loading now. Here it is. Okay, so there was an advertisement for a job within a gaming journalism company. I don't know. Conglomerate. Yeah. So for a company called Event Hubs, and this is again something I wanted to talk with Sam about. But so. A job was put up for a gaming journalist with this company, Event Hubs. But part of the job interview was to play Super Smash Bros. Against one of the employees to gauge the person or potential employees' skills, to see how good they are or how competent they are at playing that game. And it's caused quite a backlash online because a lot of people are like, getting a job as a gaming journalist shouldn't depend on how well you can play Super Smash Brothers. It should depend on your writing ability and your ability to get news, basically, to be one of the first people to break news, for example.
That's true.
That reminds me, though, of a friend of mine and Sam's. I'm not sure if you know this person, Summertime Sam, but Dean, as part of... I'm not I'm okay talking about this in the public domain, I believe.
Would suggest not.
No? But part of his interview process was to do something similar, that's all I'll say. And for that job in particular, I felt, yeah, having knowledge of the job you're going to do is a good thing, but the job itself shouldn't depend on that knowledge.
And it didn't.
You should...
Because as being someone that we know, he was the best. He is a follower of the Summer of Arcade. And yet he was still not given the job because he is too good. Although he is now employed there because they need someone better.
I thought there was someone who gave up the chance to... Never mind, I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, Event Hubs has come back at the Backlash and said that basically they assess people based on their journalistic skill, not on their gaming skill. However, being good at games doesn't hurt. That's all they said.
We would never do that for a journalist.
No, for example, Sam, who I employed, is terrible at games.
A journalist should be able to write about games, to enjoy games, and to give an opinion on those games they enjoy. An employee of R-CADE should be able to beat every game we have in order to be a world retro champion. And a challenger of R-CADE should be able to do that 3 times over.
Thank you. Thank you for that input, Summertime Sam.
Otherwise, they are not worth challenging.
They're not worth the belt. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's everything I have for gaming news. I think I do have some Japanese news, if that's of interest to you.
So do I.
Oh, do you? Right, we'll start with Summertime Sam's Japanese news. What have you got from over in the Orient? Summertime Sam?
No gamers in Japan can beat R-CADE Glasgow.
I sense a trend here.
The
Summertime
trend
Sam.
is we're the best.
I think that's the feeling I'm getting.
We're
Yeah.
trendy.
I guess so. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to move on to Japan news. I do have some Japanese news. First of all, where am I? I don't think I talked about this last time, although because we've been off for a week, I'm not 100% sure on what I have and haven't talked about. So, my first piece of Japan news is that back in January, Studio Ghibli made a huge announcement saying that it would be opening a brand new exhibition in Tokyo to honour the beautiful calligraphy and words of wisdom from the studio's co-founder and producer, Toshio Suzuki.
I like motorbikes.
It's called the Toshio Suzuki and Ghibli exhibition, and the grand opening was the 21st of April. So we've missed the grand opening, unfortunately, but I believe the exhibit is on for a few months. So if you happen to be in the area in Tokyo, you should totally go check it out. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, I actually wish I was over there.
You can use calligraphy to write very pretty letters.
There's
Like letters of surrender to us as the greatest gamers in the world.
There's a giant Yubaba at the the phone's freaking out. There's a giant Yubaba at the exhibition, and on the other side, is her sister Zeniba. Obviously, the two halves, the good and the bad sides, the good and evil sides of the evil witch sisters, which is really cool. I really, really love to go there. But then that's always the way with Japan. I've always wanted to visit. And that's pretty creepy. There you go. So yeah, that exhibition's on. I'm not sure until when, but if you're in the area in Tokyo, check it out. That should be pretty cool. Next up from Japan news for me.
I have.
Do you have another
Japan
piece of Japan
facts.
news? Okay, something else from Japan from our friend here, Summertime Sam.
Japan, as a country,
Yep.
in all measurable metric,
Uh-huh.
is not as good as R-CADE Glasgow.
I'm kind of scared. I don't want the new emperor of Japan to be coming down here and shutting us down.
So you're saying that the last emperor stepped out
Akihito, yes, Akihito.
because he couldn't compete
You're saying
in a world where
you're
we
saying
are the retro gaming
he
champions.
couldn't handle not being as good as us. Is that what you're trying to say?
He needs to get some summertime.
Okay, moving on. My next piece of Japanese news is that
Perfect.
a Japanese company called Okawa Kagu has made furniture specifically for cats.
Oh yes.
Basically, they have an entire range of furniture which you can buy for your home: beds, sofas, various storage facilities, etc. But they've taken their range and they've created shrunken down versions for cats specifically.
Can I get a chair for our belt?
You could, yeah. I think
It deserves its own chair.
the chairs would be perfect for the belt. Here's an example here. I don't know if you can see, but there's full size and miniature versions. There you are. You can get a good view of that. Pardon me, for cats. So that's pretty cool. Available only in Japan though. You'd have to get it shipped over. For the sake of scale, here's one with a cat on it. So I don't know if you can catch that one. No, it's too bright. There it is. There he is, little guy just sitting. Sorry to our audio only viewers, you can't see that.
But they can hear its magnificence.
If you Google Okawa Kagu, you'll be able to catch such majesty as this. I get so much glare I can't show you what's happening on the screen.
And if you Google best gamers in the world, you will see the two of us.
Yeah, I think that'll be a better shot. There you go. There's a cat sleeping on a miniature bed, identical to its human's bed as well. Beautiful.
Cats, not as great as us. Cat-sized beds, not as great as us-sized beds.
US-sized beds, is that where you're... No? Okay.
United States as a country, by all measurable metric, is not as good as R-CADE Glasgow.
And I think... Yeah, I think that's all I've got from Japan.
One more piece of Japan fact.
What's that summertime set?
Birth rates in Japan increased by 5,000% the moment we were crowned best retro gamers, world retro champions.
Oh god.
That's all my facts. We still have to do arcade news.
We do, we've got arcade news to go through.
Arcade, greatest retro champions, world retro champions, arcade news. What is going on in our magnificent shop this week, Andrew?
This week we have little to nothing going on, actually. So
We don't need to have stuff going on, we're too good for it.
so Wednesday, this is still unconfirmed. I don't know. Michelle, did you get confirmation about Wild and Kind?
No.
The lovely Trudy from Wild and Kind is about to drop some new life on us. So we're unsure whether or not she will be with baby, outside or inside. So we don't know. But supposedly Wednesday evening. What?
Nothing's okay.
Wednesday evening is supposed to be Wild and Craft. What is this Wednesday supposed to be, Michelle?
Zine making.
Zine making, or yeah, so zine making. Your own sort of collage magazines. So that is due to be happening tomorrow evening. We'll still get confirmation from Trudy about that. If you want to attend, it is a free class. Please get a hold of Wild and Kind through their various social media channels and reserve your space as quickly as possible. It was very, very busy a couple of weeks ago when they last visited us.
You know what that is?
Because
They could sense the greatness coming.
I thought as much. So Wednesday, Wild and Kind should be in. Thursday, we've got nothing on the cards actually. It was going to be Japan Club, but we've had to sort of axe that at the moment.
Japan, not good enough for arcade.
So Thursday evening is free. We may put on an impromptu tournament, possibly with Pokemon or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Friday, we are back with Arcade Lates.
The greatest late night gaming event in the world.
Pretty good, yeah. I think
No. Don't be modest, Andrew. You're too good to be modest. The best.
There we go. I can relax back here now. It's a bit better. I was quite in your face in the screen there. I apologise. Saturday. This is our first Saturday with no private bookings.
Woo!
I've just jinxed it because we're now going to get a private booking last minute.
We're either going to get a private booking of someone smart enough to do a private event at R-CADE Glasgow, or we're going to be full of wonderful, wonderful followers of R-CADE Glasgow who understand that we are the world retro champions.
So I'm thinking this Saturday I might throw down some kind of tournament, possibly some kind of rock karaoke. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do yet, but this Saturday we are available.
We are the best at
fun
the
times. So yeah, this Saturday, nothing but nothing as planned.
Except R-CADE Leagues, the greatest late night gaming event in the world.
And
That's from 7 till 10.
the only thing that is happening on Saturday is we do have a private booking between 3 and 5. I'll take Michelle's silence as a yes.
3 and 5 this Saturday.
So she's having an aneurysm. What's going on? So yeah, Saturday, normal.
So that's our week.
Yeah, there's nothing on Sunday either. I don't think. Do we have a private booking on Sunday, Michelle?
No.
I'm very ill prepared for this week.
May I finish this podcast the only way it should be finished?
I'm going to try string out another 5-10 minutes if possible. If that's okay. Do you have anything else you want to say? Anything of importance? Anything that... What is the most important thing in your life right now, Summertime Sam?
The summer of R-CADE.
The summer of arcades. Can you elaborate on this?
I will. Can you hold the belt, world champion?
Absolutely.
Hello, world. We are R-CADE Glasgow. You know this, you've watched us, you've listened to the majesty of our voices. We are embarking, as I began this podcast telling you, on the summer of R-CADE. Say it slower. Summer of R-CADE. What does that entail? Late nights, every Friday and Saturday, 7 onwards. The best late night gaming in Glasgow, in Scotland, in Britain, in the world. R-CADE Glasgow, Friday, Saturdays, after 7. Crafting, Wednesdays and Sundays, for the kids. For the kids. Because you matter. Kids matter just as much as adults matter. Gaming every other day. Every other day from 12. Come in, gaming, noodles, wonderful, wonderful time. Summertime Sam will congratulate you on making the smart decision of following R-CADE Glasgow. Pay attention to our social medias. You will see me talking about how great we are. You will see Andrew showing you how great you are. We are, and you will be too, by following R-CADE Glasgow. Following the summer of R-CADE. What else does that entail? The greatest summertime events you've ever seen. You will find out. But be prepared for mech battles. Be prepared for the greatest rock concerts ever. Be prepared for signing events where us, the greatest retro gamers in the world, your world retro champions, will sign your babies. Will sign your pots of noodles. Will sign your skin. Will make a video for your friends telling them how they are not as good as you because you follow R-CADE and they are the peasantry. Be smart. Follow R-CADE. Follow the summer of R-CADE. Follow your world retro champions.
Thank you, Summertime Sam.
Those are my Fresh Prince of Bel-Air socks. Only Will Smith can match our level of awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for that. There was one piece of big news that about R-CADE that we totally missed. That is that our noodles have been reduced in price for the month of May. This is rubbing off on me.
Our noodles have reduced in price for the month of May so that the peasantry has an opportunity to try godly food.
So, smaller pots. If you saw my video of me playing Noodle Jenga,
the greatest noodle Jenga in the world.
Smaller pots are now £2, and our larger pots are now £4. So that is for the month of May going forward. So if you want to get yourself some amazing cheap food.
Amazing. Those puns were incredible. You are the best.
Thank you. then you can come down to Arcades and enjoy some noodles for an even better price.
Even better because we're what, Andrew?
We're the best, yeah.
We are what?
We are the greatest.
We are the what?
The world's greatest.
World Retro Champions. 3 words. Say it every time. Also say it every time. Be prepared. Summer of Arcade.
And that was it. I think that was the biggest.
Maybe I won't be here.
Maybe you won't.
I don't need to be here anymore, do I? Next week I won't be here.
Can I have normal Sam back?
No.
Where
He's gone.
Do you know where
he doesn't need to exist anymore because Summertime Sam is here to brighten your days, to brighten your summers. And Summertime Sam doesn't need to be on this podcast anymore. We've proven our point. We are the best. Who needs it?
And I think that'll wrap it up from here. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
Give me the bell. Too good
Okay,
friends.
thank you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That was Summertime Sam. I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know what to do with my life. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. If you're following us on iTunes or SoundCloud, thanks for watching us if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, or Mixer. And I don't even need that anymore. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye.